All right, my dudes, it's time to get started on the repairs from the damage that happened at the track, and we're gonna start off with tension rod brackets. And the power brace that I went with to replace the broken tension rod brackets is ISR. And I know what you may be thinking, ISR, I don't know about that, but let me open it up and show you why I went with ISR. So I have this exact same power brace on the Mark II when I did the S13 suspension conversion, and I thought, man, you know what, the quality actually isn't too bad. It's boxed where it needs to, over here. So the big problem with OEM ones when they're not reinforced is these sides will get pinched whenever you hit something, and your tension rod won't be able to come out, like, because these bent inwards. So you have that problem. And like I had a few weeks ago, mine just completely snapped because they have like a bunch of holes right here on the side. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but another cool thing about this one specifically from ISR is the middle part, the brace part, is removable. So you can bolt it on or take it off if you don't want it for whatever reason. So I got to swap these in, and it's just 4 bolts, 2 and 2. And the only thing that I have to do for my specific car is I got to drill out a hole like somewhere around here because my radiator sits on top of here. I no longer have a factory lower radiator support, so I don't have those like rubber grommets where the stubs of the radiator sit into. I just have a hole and I have it resting on top inside of it so it doesn't move. Next is going to be the headlights, and you might not be able to tell on camera, but this top cover is metal and it has a big old dent in it. So instead of just maybe trying to fix it, I just ordered some off of eBay. And then the side plastic pieces, the bulb is fine, thank goodness, and these side pieces, thankfully they still make them new, so I bought one for each side because the left side was completely shattered. This one's held together all right, but definitely needs to be replaced. And I have them right here, so these are ready to be swapped out. Okay, so I just barely took the covers out of the packages. I've had them for like a couple days, and I'm happy to report that they are in great condition. No dents, no dings, nothing's bent. So we're good to go on these. These just need to be, you know, sanded, painted, and all that good stuff. I'm not that great when it comes to fiberglass repairs, so I'm gonna be sending out my fenders, both of them, and my hood to get repaired. And after that, once they get back, the only thing left to do is sand, primer, paint, all that stuff, and then this thing should technically be all put back together. Oh shoot, I mean, sorry, I still have to do my my vinyl. I gotta do the vinyl that is on the fender, and I'm gonna have to redo the whole hood, so I gotta do the vinyl on the hood as well. Another cool thing about these is that they're a lot shorter. Like, check out the distance from the bottom of here to the bolt hole, and then on the stock one, the distance here. So these pretty much chop off all of this, so there's less room for it to get hit.
4 to 6 weeks later.
So I left this to John and Astrid from Moonlight Winners, and shout out to them because they did an awesome job. And this used to be split, and I don't know what they did, but everything's put back together and it's all one piece. So this is the first time it's been like fixed in many years, because I kind of just left it as is. It was just split open, and then everything down here from the damage of the crash, all this is repaired. Same thing goes from here and this corner. And this is one of the fenders. This was the driver's side, the one that took the most damage. And I don't know if you guys remember, but all this was split apart and they put it back together, and it looks like it never happened. It looks a little rough because of the primer that was used, but it is smooth as butter, and there's a little crack that I gotta sand down. But other than that, yeah, they fixed all the little tabs that were missing and pretty much put my my fender that I didn't think was going to be able to be brought back to life together. The other one is inside the garage, and that one didn't have that much damage. It had like some cracking from like here to here. The aero pieces are in my garage right now, but I got to take them to my work where I have a little bit more room to sand this down, and I'm actually able to spray it and paint it. Other than that, there is one thing that when I took this to Jason for some wiring issues that I was having, he noticed that my engine was a little bit crooked, and yeah, he was right. It leans a little bit more to the exhaust side, and that is because my engine mount is ripped. I noticed some noise in the back of the car when I was driving the car, and Patricia was able to notice that the engine was shaking a lot, and she's like, "Is this normal?" I'm like, "No, it's not normal." So I saw that, and that makes all the sense why it's tilting to one side. So I ordered an OEM one. I like using OEM ones versus the solid ones. Solid ones are kind of hard to put in, and these are a little bit easier. The painting of the arrow is going to take a while because I still have other things I need to do on this car. So let's just time skip to, let's say, when the clear is on.
What's up, my dudes? It's been a very long time since we dealt with the S13 and since I hit the tire wall at Grange, but a lot has happened since. Obviously, the car is put back together, and I did the paint myself, but I'm not that good when it comes to cutting and buffing. So my buddy Vincent, he came over and he taught me how to cut and buff and polish and all that stuff. So now I'm able to do it myself. Today is Sunday, October 26th. He was over on Friday and we were working till like 3 in the morning and going over both the hood and both fenders, and it was super late. So we're like, all right, let's cut it. But I now know how to do it, so I'm gonna be finishing off the half of the hood because that's the only part that was like left to do.
And also major shout out to Offset. They're the guys that did my wrap, and they're the only people that I trust and will ever take my car to get wrapped and put the vinyl on. And they got the pieces that go on the hood and all the pedals and all that stuff, and the vinyl that goes on the fenders. So they did it last minute while they're at a con, so huge thank you to Offset.
The car hasn't been street driven in a very long time, so I had to make sure that everything was good to go. I did a test drive yesterday and it drove fine. I forgot how bad it drives on the street. I got 22K springs in the front and 18 in the back, I believe. So it's super bouncy, it feels terrible. I have to dodge every single pothole and pebble on the road, but this car has to be put together today in a few hours, because today is the Kawaii Fitment meet at the Fujiwara Tofu restaurant, and this thing needs to make the journey on the freeway, and it's almost there. It's like 95% done. I don't know where I left my hood pins when I went to go take it to the Moonlight Runners, so luckily Vincent had some Aero Catch hood pins that he let me borrow, because I bought some on Amazon but they don't fit. They're like a little bit too big. So just so you guys know, Amazon Aero Catch. Oh, also I don't know if you guys know. Oh, here, let me show you. So these are legit Aero Catch hood pins, and the Amazon ones, they don't come with this piece on the bottom, and this piece goes on the bottom of the hood, and the Amazon one does not come with it, and it pretty much is held together just by the tiny little bolts that come with it. And yeah, that wasn't gonna cut it. Okay, I have a lot to do before the meet, so let's hurry up and polish the hood. Okay, my dudes, we're ready to go to the car wash. And on my seat I had a tear right here, and Patricia, she sews, and she sewed that up for me, so thank you, Patricia. By the way, yes, I am at a coin wash, but I use the soap and water from it, but I use my own microfibers to wipe the car down, so I'm not using the brush. Car is washed. I'm filling up some E85 at a local gas station, and then we're gonna go to Maxon and Vincey's house to put on the rest of the vinyl, because I got nothing. I'm completely naked up front. My fuel gauge doesn't work, so I never know how much gas I have inside the tank, and I had to fill up 12.5 gallons, and as chassis use what, like 13-14 gallon tanks, so I was pretty much on empty.
Everything's out. I took off my relay panel, my switch panel, my gate. Not the chrome.
We made it out to Fujiwara Cafe. Bruce bought out his GTR. Hello. Hello. While we were there, I completely forgot to take any more footage of the event, so this is the last clip I have of that day. But thanks for joining me and putting my car back together, and I'm hoping to do more stuff with the S13 now that it's complete, so we'll see you in the next one.